Welcome to A Creator's Diary by Samuel. On Thursday, the 11th of July, 2024. Let's get this unleashed.
Warm welcome. It is here. 5:58 p.m. And we are going to get a wrap up. Ever since the midsummer, the weeks have been so eventful and filled with warm days and activities. And already before midsummer on the week, we were at an entrepreneurial event that is still warming me, and ever since then we had a good cottage meetup with friends on the midsummer, and up to these days there have been so many sun-filled ones. And I will start with some gaseous things and move to the precious matters on top of my tongue queue. So, during these beautiful days, as I have been wandering there in the nature, and always now and then photographing what beautiful spectacles the nature unfolds in the blossoms, I can't help myself but think now and then that we as living beings are making some plastic waste, and I have been an avid recycler as long as I remember, and this is going to get dumped to a plastic only dumpster, and this bag has only like 1 week or two amount of waste in it. But we are, as living beings, grounded to this planet Earth, and we have to take care of its environment and nature on the personal level, so that each one would feel the intricate value that and thereby responsibility to at least keep your own zone and plant clean and flourishing upwards. So as a creator, I also feel like this is a mission that I want to take a note on in a funny way that would pay remembrance to the preciousness of our nature. So there will be, and there are, something in the makings while this has been, and this is just on the side of the major incubations that are being unleashed on this way, the creative way, as the being. And you know, one of the awakenings that I have been part of lately on the personal level, you know, some of these eye-opening events aside, you know, I have come to the I've come to the principle that I have been able to spoke out, that I have pulled from, let's say, unconscious level, and it has come a long way through the past couple decades, from observations of human nature and living relations and passing distance, that how we are being able to interact within the nature is that on a self-aware profoundness, when it comes to that level, you are able to forget yourself and be more observant, and thereby have, you know, be under the skin of others and their profound needs and relations. And you know, this has been something that I have found fascinating and enlightening, so that the pieces of the puzzle, for the lack of better word, as I have experienced that when you are on that profound level of our awareness, you are able to receive and observe and notice the small but very important cues and signs of and whispers of human nature and nature, oneself and the universe, since they are and we are all part of the wholeness. And on that personal level of awareness, as I previously said, when you are able to forget yourself and open yourself up to the higher or the broader and wider wavelength, and right there you then are able to see more clearly through others, and then you have these choices within the causality of others' profound relations and needs and interactions, and you are able to add intrinsic value into the relations within. And this is something that this profound keystone, this cornerstone, is such a cliffhanger that is finalizing the story in Living Relations and Passion Distance, my book series. And that is a major patchwork of so manifold perspectives and segments what comes to being oneself through the nature and the causality of others and the choices that we make on daily basis, but moreover how they will make this profound change of your subconscious and conscious that will eventually rise upwards to its blossom over the longer span of time, over the months, years, and so forth. And that all that has been my personal grandiose cornucopia of inspiration and aspiration, that incumbation of living relations, that it has opened me to the creative flow that I can share through the creative collections that I'm building, and they will be reminders of one of the kind nature. So but it just briefly to jot down something briefly. Let's see here on a medium note. There is phase 1, and that is going to be project name GPT. A collection of perpetual spring nature on a planet. And just to warm up this phase 1, I would like to have phase 0. And this is something that is a fun yet profound and serious collection that kind of depicts our self and our impact in relation to the nature that we are welding and having an impact to on daily basis. So let's say a collection of nature within our wisdom. And this whole phase of originality was a prime example of something that when I was wandering through the daily flow, I came upon this idea, and it was too great to not heed, so there it is. And then whether this is going to be phase 0.5 or phase 2, or just let's say phase X, since this is something I would like to have with the utmost zero expectations where it's going to go and where it's going to begin, but something that I can just airdrop for persons who are within this progress. So it is more likely going to be a photography based collection, consistent airdrop of high quality editions of photographs. And it is just such a gesture of gracious thankfulness for everybody who are there and to whom I can airdrop an edition every now and then at ease. And then the people shall do with them what they may. And all of these equal to and all these are in remembrance of priceless nature. And human being in living relations. They are in remembrance of the nature that is beyond our own measures of monetary things. They are beyond our measures of economy. They are much more precious. So precious that you shall not trade them in the same context how you trade the things of basic daily needs. So, within all this, you know, I truly believe what I referred earlier to be, and what I have experienced and realized to be, that there is that guidance of the wholeness, including earthy nature, human nature, and the universe. From all that, the pieces of the puzzle are together the guidance that our being is able to open up its awareness, and then we can receive the signs, the cues, the hues, the indicators, and from that causality, when we are less about oneself, but more when we can forget ourselves and we can open up to the causality of others, then there are the more profound choices that we are able to make. And right there we can be the generous impact by one self to each other, and propel ourselves and unleash our potential within others. And right there is the growth for everybody when we are making better choices every day. And for these matters, I would like to have these collections to be made and to remind ourselves about these things and matters beyond our times. With these thoughts, we are growing the garden upwards. One more matter I wanted to highlight is, here is a bowl of cherries from the backyard. This bowl was full before my breakfast, but the experience of growing something is and following the growth by the ground upwards. It is something that each one of us, every human being, should experience by themselves, growing something on daily basis, watering the plants, tasting the spinach on their daily bread. That is also something that I want to highlight within the ethos of these collections. Upwards our garden grows.